Yo, I'm gonna try to keep this as simple as possible. you know, um, most of the time, I get a lot of information, I process it, and a lot of it is off of memory. I'm not saying I'm prolific in history or anything like that, but some of the things that I do know, they come, and I memorize it, and I try to keep it in my head. But it's a lot of information. The information is very vast. However, what I've noticed over my years of studying and going over this stuff over and over again is the lies, man. And I get very frustrated and angry about this. Here right now, I'm watching National Geographic, and they're talking about Alexander the so-called Great. You know what? For people, I'm trying to keep it clean. Skip Alexander the Great because he was a European. I don't give a care what you say about he's from Greece. No, yeah, anyone that's from over there, and in that area, you're a European. Come on, man, stop it. You people, man, just keep on lying and lying and lying. So I'm sitting and I'm watching this on the National Geographic's channel, and the pictures, even on the walls, man, they show these people with knotty hair, hair, afro hair, you know what I'm saying, on the walls. Now, their history shows they blew the nose off the Sphinx when they conquered and, purged and pillaged those temples and so on and so forth. They basically carved out the faces of the real rulers. So here we have so-called Alexander the Great going over there and trying to solidify himself. But I'm looking at this stuff right now, man, and all I see is European people over there right now, man, talking about they know what's going on. Man, give me a break, man. Seriously? How come there's no people that are melanin? Because they know that when people that has melanin in their skin, excuse me, we're going to tell the truth. We're going to tell it like it is, man. You people are liars, and I'm sick of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell the freaking truth. For crying out loud, man, tell the truth. I'm tired of seeing this stuff where you guys go over there and say that you were the people that's over there. When you were the same people that's saying that mankind extended from Ethiopia and headed east. So are you lying or what? Everything you say is a freaking lie. Come on, man. You're talking about Santa Claus is real. You lied to us about that. The Tooth Fairy was real. You lied to us about that. I mean, come on, man. And then you want us to believe that Jesus is real? Seriously? Mary is real? Seriously? But me, I educated myself and I found out where all this stuff comes from. It's from the Kemetic studies. You see what I'm saying? They've taken from Africa. That's right. Egypt is in Africa. Get your facts right. It's not in Asia. Luna, that program that comes on PBS is trying to say that Egypt is in Asia. No, it's in Africa. Stop lying. The people that are claiming to be African, North African, or calling themselves Egyptians, and so on and so on, you are invaders, okay? You came in, you stole the land, period. But you hate when people like me get up and tell the truth, man. The facts. Again, I can't remember all of this stuff, but I know my stuff, man. And the messed up thing is they try to dumb us down. They try to take slavery out of the teachings in so-called American history when it's a big part of the history. They wouldn't have America without free labor, slavery. You see what I'm saying? Ask yourself, who laid out the foundations for Washington, man? Benjamin Banneker. Come on, man. That clock you see over there in London, who the hell you think it's named after? Use your damn brain, man. These people, man, are sick, man. They are sick. They are so sick that they got Mexicans thinking that they white. Okay? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm just going off the top of my head. I think they had like 100 people that were basically sick with smallpox and disease. And the so-called Mexican Mayans that they want to claim that or whatever, I don't give a damn. They almost got wiped out because of that stuff, man. And here you are trying to gravitate to that stuff. You want to be a part of that stuff. Well, you know what? Go right ahead. And it's crazy because the more and the deeper they dig down in Mexico, guess what they keep finding? African artifacts. That's right. Deal with it. Deal with it. In fact, there's a statue in the southernmost tip of Mexico of a black man holding a machete and chains on his feet, because when they tried to enslave the Africans was kicking their butt with guerrilla warfare in their own land. And so they made a deal with them to stop stop the war, because, y'all can't go head up with us, period. You know what I'm saying? So get off your high horse, man. Do your research. This is what I keep telling people, man. It's very important. Don't fall into these malicious lies, man, because every time I look up, I see this stuff. Europeans trying to claim that they African. You're not African, man. You're not. Stop it. You are what is known as the new man. You're not even human. You understand? And understand what that word hue means, man. It is the darkest part of the soil of the earth, okay? That means it's black, it's rich, it's strong. And that's what they want, but they can't have it. You want to know why? Because they don't have no soul, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing. That's why when you look into their eyes, you don't see nothing. Period. Get over it, man. Seriously, y'all talking about get over slavery? No, because it's part of your history. Know what I say? History. His story. Okay? It's not part of genealogy or none of that stuff. But I'm just tired of this mess. I'm tired of the lies, and somebody need to just, break them off. Period. That's why I listen to people like this kid. He's probably older now, but he calls himself the Merkaba. If you don't have the mental stamina to sit and deal with lectures that are 6 hours long, if you are sensitive, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a Christian, yeah, big time. If you talk to me, by the time I got done talking to you, you love Jesus with all your heart, mind, body, and soul. You was convinced. No. And you know what? When I found out the truth, I ain't gonna lie, I cried. Yeah, I cried, let it all out, man. But it was the truth, and I knew it was the truth because I was sitting there crying, man. When I came to my senses, I was angry. So I says, what am I gonna do about it? Go back, start over, study, rebuild. That's all you can do. However, let's kick the ballistics now. If somebody's putting out information, because I had an encounterment where a young lady put out some information, about and she what she did was she put out the author and the book. That's basically telling people, look, if you don't believe me, you don't have to discredit me or say anything about it. Go look the book up, period. Don't try to slander people, man, when they trying to put the information out there. I mean, if you got some information, come on, put it out there. Put it out there, period. You don't have to try to tear nobody down, man. That shows your intellect. If you're trying to constructively criticize somebody, do so. Help them out. But don't just try to tear somebody down because you think you got it going on like that, man. Nah. Get off the stage, dude. You ain't on nothing. Period. Long story short, man, again, I'm still studying, still learning. There are so many things about this whole rabbit hole theory that I got. How deep does it go? What can we do as a whole? And for the Puerto Ricans and the Spaniards and so on and so forth, man, y'all need to do your freaking research, man. That's what it all boils down to, because a lot of y'all want to be white so bad. Y'all want to be, but you know what? Go ahead. Go right ahead and be white. Claim that European blood, man, because you know what? There are people promoting melanin pills, man. Melanin pills. You dig? Everything about melanin says black, okay? So I don't understand why you would want to be something that cannot go into the sun, cannot survive in the sun, all right? Every time they go in the sun, they get sun cancer, all that disease and pestilence and whatnot, and you want to gravitate to that because you think that's where the power is. Do your research, man. There are more people of color on the face of this planet than there is of white people. So yeah, they're going to brainwash you to want to be white, of course, because you thinking that that's where it is. No, it's not. You want furthermore proof? I got one name I'm going to drop on you, the Rothschild. Check out 1939, the invasion of Germany. That's how it all kicked off. I don't think Hitler was a racist man. I think he was onto something. When he was killing off those Jews, a.k.a. the Khazars. Y'all not the real Jews. Bump y'all, man. Y'all phonies. Y'all cronies. Y'all fake. Get off the stage, man. There's not even a conception of thing called a Jew, man. There was no Jesus. Once you find out the truth, man, You'll start thinking like me. What else did they lie to you about? If they lied to you about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and you still want to believe in that stuff, let me pump my brakes and back it up for you. For the Jehovah's Witnesses, you can say all that crap about, well, it translates in English. No, forget you too, man. The letter J was invented 500, 400 years ago. Do your research, man. If you're talking about Hebraic languages and the Hebrew Israelites, all of that extends from the Eurocentric concept, man. Yeah, I woke you up. Do your research. It all comes from the Vatican. So-called devil worshippers. They're not nothing of God. And if you really know what that means, G-A-A-D is pronounced the same way as G-O-D, which translates into Lucifer. Real stuff, man. Get over it. Look it up if you think I'm playing. All right? Look it up. G-A-A-D is also pronounced G-O-D, which translates into Lucifer. That Bible you reading, everything is translated into Lucifer, fam. Seriously. I'm not trusting that bullcrap no more. Islam, I, self-law, and master. Guess who else wears that? The KKK. Alright? Drop it, man. They got you sold up. Period. Catholicism, don't even get me started on that, man. Everything is mirrored from the Kemetic stem. Okay? You have Aru, Isis, and I can't remember. Like I said, it's so much information. But it's three. It's the representation of the Trinity. Father, Mother, Son. Same thing. If you look at the pictures, man, you're going to see them standing with their hand, and the Son's going to be right in the middle. Not S-U-N-S-O-N. Okay? He's going to be in the middle. All right? From what I understand, the king was tricked into getting into the box. He was chopped up. The wife put him back together, even his penis, because she wanted to have the son, Aru. All right, so that's how he came back to be. That's how the so-called, what you guys call Jesus. No, man, miss me with that. Okay, there's a book, I believe that's called The 17 Divinations of Christ. Check that book out, okay? Again, that's The 17 Divinations of Christ. You can look that up. Of course, even now, like, when I look up things on the computer, man, it's so Eurocentric. It doesn't even give you like the pictures of black people. They want everything to be white, man, and that just it upsets me. Excuse me. It's like we never had a place in time. We never had a place in history. We never had a place on earth. That's I mean, come on, man, really? There's nothing about us that you want to know. To be honest with you, man, I hate the fact that I got Eurocentric blood in me, man. Seriously, that's the only reason why my skin is the way it is. My dad is a Spaniard. My last name is Carrero. I'm a Spaniard, and you know what? They hate me. I hate them too. That's what it all boils down to, man. No, I don't speak your language, man. I was born here naturally, dude. But I can tell you this: if I had to travel, if I had to go anywhere, guaranteed I'd learn the language first before I just set my foot out there, man, so I could properly communicate with people, man. Seriously. You got a lot of these people that come to this country and don't even learn the freaking language, man. Seriously. Seriously. And then when somebody says something about it, oh, no, get your feelings off your damn back or whatever. Check that at the door, man. Recognize where you at. Because if it was the other way around, you damn sure wouldn't be showing us no freaking mercy, man. Seriously. Seriously. I say all that to say, man, keep researching. Stop arguing about what is. Find out facts. But I just can't stand the fact that when I turn on this idiot box, man, they're trying to tell me about Egypt and they forget about all of Africa. You see what I'm saying? And that's not even what it's called. Africa was once called El-Kabalan. Okay? Once called Ethiopia, Ethop. Okay? And I think Kush, if I'm not mistaken. Again, a lot of my information, man, I've been studying this stuff. I used to have a lot of books, that I would actually pull out and show you, So a lot of you cats will be like, I'll shut you up, period. But that's going to come in time. I'm going to get my books back. So when I do things like this, I'm going to be able to show you. Even that one book, The Medieval Empire of the Israelites. That was written. None of it's true. And with that, I'll leave you guys with peace.